Greetings, Vinyl Community Earthlings. It's Mike, MGK Boston, Buffalo, whatever, at MGK Guelph this weekend. I'm in Guelph, Ontario, up here with Patty, and Caroline is home for the summer, so we're up here for a family reunion for Patty on Saturday. And yeah, so we're just doing stuff. There's my mother-in-law over there. Bonna,
Yes, sir.
say hello.
Hello.
You're on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
There she is. So anyway, yeah, so today I met up with Rob at Northern Revolutions. He's here in Guelph, and Brian, Embryonic Brian, he was up here. So we did a meetup. We went to a place called Encore Records. I can't think of the other store we went to. It doesn't matter. We went to 2 stores, did some digging, and now I'm just sitting here on the back deck with the birds, feeding the birds. And yeah, so I just thought I'd show a bit of stuff I had, have a Friday cheers. And yeah, we went out for a nice lunch. Trying to think of the name. It was like a big barbecue smokehouse place, Lancaster Smokehouse. Big plug for them. I'm sure people will be lining up the door once this video gets posted and word spreads, because I'm an influencer and all that, right? So it's a special occasion. Calls for some champagne. Got to keep it high end, so we're doing it. Friday cheers in Guelph. Oh yeah, right? Anyway, yeah, so made in the shade. Got my shades on because it's summer. Yeah, I need a Guelph hat. Maybe I'll get one of those. Birthday's next month. Feels like summer finally. So yeah, it's about I don't know, just under 2-hour ride door to door from Buffalo to the Guelph area. So yeah, make your way to Guelph. It's a nice town. So yeah, Kitchener, where we went today. I used to live there. That's actually Kitchener-Waterloo. It's Twin City. It's actually where I met Patty, and the rest is history, right? Romance. Calls for champagne. So yeah, I got some good stuff today. I didn't buy a ton. Prices were not exactly cheap here. They weren't exactly Revolver or Black Dot Records prices in Buffalo. For those of you coming in July, Saturday, July 19th, get that on your calendar. So anyway, I did get a few things, and so did Brian. I'm recording this video on a Friday, but I'm not posting it. I've got my video in airplane mode. Patty's afraid of me bringing up roaming charges, so phone is in airplane mode. But I'll post this video on Sunday when I get back to the greater Buffalo area. So anyway, what did I get today? So this got embryonic seal of approval, the Lucy Show from England. Kind of like a, they're not like the Chameleons, but that kind of thing. I don't like to use that word post-punk. I know Gary likes the term post-punk over at Physical Format Jazz, but it's anything after punk, right? It's post-punk. So anyway, yeah, it's the Lucy Show, and I think this is their second one. I have another one I bought this past winter at Revolver. This one's called Mania. I normally don't show records that I haven't listened to yet, but in the case of this, you know, I thought, hey, doing a Friday cheers up here, but if this is anything like the other Lucy Show record, it's going to be a good one. Got this one at the first store we were at called Encore. It's the only one I got in there. They didn't have a lot of used, so I didn't go wild in there, so I just got this one. But yeah, I'm sure it's going to be good. Again, based on that other output, that other one I have. So yeah, there they are back together. Hall & Oates and Happier Times. Live album from 1976. The reason I got this one mostly was because of the set list is great. It's all old Hall & Oates stuff, like Abandoned Luncheonette, live version of that, clocking in at 6:15. There's a version of Rich Girl on here. Sarah Smile too is on here, really great. There's the band on the back. So this was $4, and this was at the second store we were at. Again, I can't think of the name of it, but whatever, it was a good store, and that was over in Kitchener, right? So anyway, live Hall & Oates, yeah, there they are right there. Before they were fighting, right? Guys, kiss and make up, man. You're Hall & Oates. Savoy Brown. So I've seen this shown a bunch of times. I don't know, Steve A is for Alice, B is for Bob, C is for Cambridge, Ontario, neighboring town. Savoy Brown, I think these guys later made it morphed into Foghat. Like there's some connection there. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I really don't know a whole lot about this other than it's supposedly, I think, kind of blues rock like Foghat. I'm hoping it's like that. But for $4, I thought I'd take a kick at it. It's in great condition. Every time I see this, it's overpriced at around $20. Really cool gatefold here. Yeah, look at this guy. He's the designated driver right here, clearly, right there. That is a Rolls Royce, man. High end, right? So anyway, and the other guy, this guy's just going through the daily news, reading the newspapers. And yeah, so it's Savoy Brown. So there is a tune on here. I think it might be a cover. Sitting and Thinking. I don't know if that's the Dusty Springfield song, Sitting and Thinking, or maybe I'm way off on that. But yeah, it's Savoy Brown, and it's Looking In. Right, looking in. So I've been on a Marianne Faithfull kick. I had a whole, I do have, not I had, I have all my Marianne Faithfull stuffs on CD, but I've been lately seeing the records out there, and they're really cheap. This was $4. Again, I'm duplicating my CDs, but what the hell for $4? This one's called Dangerous Acquaintances. I can't see the year on this. I got to put the readers on. Oh, I'm blinded by the sun. All right, what do we got here? What's the year on this? 1981. So really excellent album. Sweetheart, Intrigue. Song Tenderness is great. I love Marianne Faithfull. She's looking great on this. She recently passed. Yeah, too many ciggies. Lighting up the lungs. But anyway, she was lighting up the microphone on this one. Sounding great. And it's, yeah, making some dangerous acquaintances. Maybe that's what we'll be making on July 19th. No, they're all friendly acquaintances in the vinyl community, right? There's another one I already have on CD, but I saw again, this was $4, and I wasn't going to leave it there. In terrific condition. It's the second album from Ricky Lee Jones. Pirates, the name of this one. I just love her. I think she's great. And yeah, she's hanging out with Paul Simon. I think that's his longtime lover, girlfriend, whatever she is. She's living with Paul Simon. Probably drinking champagne. And there they are, right? Pirates, the name of that one. Excellent, excellent record. All right. Hometown favorites. Well, not hometown, but next to Buffalo. We got these guys from Niagara Falls, Ontario. Honeymoon Suite, the debut right here. Self-titled. There she is. Bed of Nails, right? If you've been naughty, you sleep on a bed of nails. So yeah, the story with this band, there was a record store. There's a radio station in Toronto. It's terrible now, but shadow of its former self. But back in the late 70s and the 80s, it was the shit. It was Q107, Toronto's best rock. Used to play a lot of a lot of metal, just a lot of good rock and roll. Really good station, not your typical classic rock back then. Really good programming. And they used to do a thing every year called the Q107 Homegrown Contest, and they would pick like a bunch of bands and do a compilation. They'd play certain like tapes like a couple of entry tapes every night at a certain time of the evening. I don't know, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, whatever it was. I can't remember. It's so long ago, early 80s. And at the end of the contest, they'd pick, I think, 8 to 10 of the acts, and there'd be a compilation album called Q107 Homegrown. And then the band that won the grand prize was actually a record deal for, I think, a one record recording contract. And this was on Warner. And it's the self-titled debut, like I said. This was the age of videos on MTV and Much Music, and these guys were ready for it. These guys are like a pop, but a heavier rock sound. Really catchy tunes. New Girl Now, if you've never heard it. Burning in Love, and Wave Babies. They're all back-to-back on side one. Boom, boom, boom. The video for Wave Babies is great. It's filmed right at Niagara Falls, and it's, they're looking through the coin thing where you can look in those big goggles and look over the falls. It's really great. Look up that video for Wave Babies, and Burning in Love is excellent too. And side two is not bad either. Heart on Fire is a good one, but this takes me back to high school. It's 1983. And there she is. I like the maid, right? The French maid. Ooh la la. So, and then the inside, it's pretty cool. There's Niagara Falls. So I was talking to Embryonic Brian. So he said to save time again, he's coming down with David Atkinson is coming over from Birmingham, England, flying into Toronto. He's going to hang with Brian for a day or two in Toronto, the Big Smoke, as it's called up here. And Jack the Vinyl Martini is going to be there too. He's coming in from the West Coast. And the three of them, they're going to drive down. But to save time to get to Buffalo, they're going to get a bigger barrel now. And all three of them are going to roll over Niagara Falls in a barrel. And I'm going to pick them up. And we're going to have a party, right? It's just going to go something like that. So anyway, this is downtown Niagara Falls, Ontario. And you can see there's the sign for Bridge to USA. Actually, one of the guys I work with at work, he commutes every day over the bridge. From Niagara Falls, Ontario. So there's the Honeymoon City. That's it was a motel at the time, and that's where the band got their name, because Niagara Falls, Ontario was always known as the Honeymoon City. You'd go there on a cheap honeymoon and have a view of the falls, and while you're celebrating your love on your honeymoon, right? Maybe in a honeymoon suite, hopefully not on a bed of nails. I know in the 80s it would be a waterbed. Yeah, good times. I had one of those. Anyway, all right. So there's a little stack of wax, as they say, right there. So I had a great time today meeting up with those guys, and yeah, it was a blast. And gonna see them all down there in Buffalo, so that's nice. So anyway, that's gonna do it. Champagne of beers for you all. Cheers on a Friday. See you in the next video.